Bravo 2 tanks are gonna soak the next 3 bounces. Rampart, invul, invuln. Charlie 3 tanks, you can soak the first or second set, just doesn't matter, just pick one. And then Knight tanks, you can soak all 6 bounces. Rampart, invul, invuln 1 set. And then for the second set, 40% pledge. Alright? So let's go ahead and practice the movement. It's bounce, bounce, bounce. 3 bounces, 3 cleaves. So collapse on DPS. Imagine you're waiting for the first puddle to show up. First puddle shows up. You non-sprint, non-expedience 3/4 clockwise circle. Alright, we share a stack laser in the right triangle. Laser goes out. Return to your roll spots for 3 more bounces, 3 more cleaves. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Alright. I see a lot of people back there. If you don't know, if you're not going to participate, then you better know what you're doing. Alright, let's set a pull time here for 32 flat. Pop food, take a bite, Mokeka cookie popcorn. $30 seconds. Alright, Night tanks, tank stance on. All other tanks, tank stance is off. Remember, tower groups Alpha Bravo left on Phobos, 1-2 on Trident, Tower 3 Nereid. Stack on your target when they jump apart. Night tanks try to stack them up on the lens in the middle when you pull. Get our Yanuki's cannon shots off. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, are we 2s, 4, are we 1s, 2, 1, engage. Stack them up in the middle. Alright, get scared. Figure Yanuki's cannon shots out. Alright, stack on your designated targets. That's that. Don't get Venn diagram here. Night tanks point the cleave buster out of the arena first. If you're long tethered, wait until after that goes out. Alright, no long tethers, excellent. Fan guard here. Gonna store a potion on any critical health tank. Get the Dark Knights out of Living Dead. Alright, do not stack with red and blue. There's gonna be a puddle underneath their feet. Do not touch that, please. Alright, focus damage on Phobos in the middle. Faint Arrow Reprisal, Mighty March Unicorn, Big Shield. No, sorry. Faint Arrow Reprisal only. Regular shields, top up your teammates in health. Take a look at your debuff. I hope I didn't mess this up already. Alright, take a look at your debuff. Get hit by the opposite color as many stacks of debuff as you have. So these are telegraphs, actual jumps, soon to follow. This one, second jump going out. Third jump going out. Final jump going out, south is safe, south is safe. Alright, heal up, shields up, moderate raid wide. With your teammates. Alright, don't accept any reses until after double click from this point forward. Alright, teammates get those reses out. Do not accept the res until after double click. Double click's happening right now. Get between them on the blue tile. Right to red, left to blue. Red and blue tanks reassert threat. Make sure you have top around your target. Alright, go ahead and take that res. Tether's coming back out. Pay attention to your tether. Stack it up in the middle. We're going to share healing, share mids. Hold your 2 minutes for snowballs. Please hold your 2 minutes for snowballs. Faint Arrow Reprisal, Mighty March Unicorn, Big Shields, Big Mitts. Right there, I didn't get your baby earlier. Sorry about that. 1, 2, 3. Run out through the box with your tether. Laser straight out. This is tether color dependent. Make sure you're running out through the correct target. Good job. Alright. So coming up next is Snowballs. Alpha Bob Charlie South. Snowball on Bravo, 1, 2, 3. North Snowball on 1. Alright, so 3 lines are going to be projected from each Snowball. Alpha 1 first, Bravo 2 second, Charlie 3 third. Tanks or P-Sam need to be closest to the front with a Shir Hidori or a Sheltron equivalent. So the pattern is counterclockwise. This is Bravo 2 after the lines resolve. Bravo 2 after the lines resolve. Alright, start looking for the tether. Bravo 2, tether be in the marker opposite the snowball to which you're tethered. Bravo 2, Bravo 2. Ride the knockback. Take this as close to the death wall as you can. Low 2s, potions, heroes, rhymes, any Nagi. So, if you died to that stack, take note of where you're presently dead. If you're not right up against the death wall, that's why, okay? You need to be right up against the death wall for that after the knockback. And you can do that by being inside the marker and not going for like melee uptiming. Right before the knockback, don't do that. Double cleave happening right now. Get between them on the blue tile, right to red, left to green. Red and green tanks reassert threat. Alright. So double cleave or not double cleave. Death attack coming back out. Stack it up in the middle. We're gonna share heal and share mitts one more time. Alright, Faint Hour, Reprisal, Mighty March, Unicorn, Big Shield, Big Mitts. Healer, spam your heals. There's 3 hits here. 1, 2, 3. Run out through the boss switch. You're tethered. Lasers out and to the right facing in. Tank cleaves to the left. Tank cleaves going out first. Mitigate with Phantom Guard. Laser damage to follow. Okay. Coming up next is Fire Towers. Alpha Bravo Charlie South. 1, 2, 3 north. Assume the middle line, look in and to the left with the arrows on the ground. That will tell you which way to adjust. Expect to adjust one line only. Alright, get into position. Alpha Bravo Charlie South. 1, 2, 3 north. Look in and to the left with the arrows. We're adjusting left. BPS out. Healer in the triangles. Alpha 1 tanks in the tower. Rampart the first bounce. Involve the next 2. Alright, healer spam your heals. Make sure your DPS don't die. One more bounce. Alright, collapse on DPS. We are waiting for the puddle. Do not sprint when this shows up. Wait. Alright, move. Alright, stack, share that laser. Alright, healers, DPS back out. Bravo 2 tanks in the tower. Good job. Excellent. Alright. Just build gauge here on Triton. It's home ganging. Don't blow any big damage here. Alright, double cleave happening in a few seconds here. Get between them on the blue tile after they jump. Right to blue, left to green. Alright, no tether here. Alpha Bravo left on Phobos. 1, 2 on Triton, Charlie 3 Nariad. Alright, stack with your target after the jump. Stack. Do not be in the middle circle. Make sure you're with your teammates. Make sure you're with your teammates on the correct target or you are dying alone. Okay, now Reprisal, Mighty March, Unicorn, Big Shield, Big Mitts. Alright, good job. Yep, we just needed to breathe a little bit. Breathe a little bit on Dead Stars. Alright. Very solid execution on boss 2. Alright. And we're gonna go on to the bridge here. But I need to use the restroom. So I'll be right back. Right back, sorry about that. Okay, hopefully you got your buffs out on the rock for our knights and dancers. Alright, I'm running up. I'm going there as fast as I possibly can. Alright. So, bridge pre-pull macro. Alright, the diagrams in raid text you might want to scroll up and review. For the bridge, just be advised there's a bunch of traps here. We're going to do what we can to avoid unsafely exploding them or whatever. So, Rangers, Steve, Time Mages, Bards, and Geomancers, make sure you read your yell chat instructions. Alright, make sure you know what you need to do here. Alright, Rangers, we're gonna blow up the first and second sets of traps. Do not throw Falcon after the second set of traps, please. Holster that Falcon. No Falcon for the remainder of the bridge after the second set of traps. Thieves, please provide backup trap detect support for the first two sections, and then starting from section 3, wait for the tanks to provoke the boot and bogey off their spawn point, and then just get as much trap intel as you can once those are pulled. And don't early pull the red and blue at the end. Geomancers, right side Geomancer, we're planning on destroying your traps before your turn off point. Don't assume it's clear. Wait for the all clear before you move ahead. Once you know it's clear, then go ahead and do the right side Geomancer thing. Left side Geomancer, you want to see 2 traps with your Mark 1 eyeball before you go to the left side, turn off, and do your Geomancer thing, because if you only see 1 trap, your Thief's not done detecting, okay? Make sure you see 2 traps. Alright, P-Bards, Outer Lane, Romeo's Ballad, the 6 mobs when they start the cast, after the second ward, make sure to wait until they're all casting, right? And then hit it with your Romeo's Ballad. Make sure you're hugging the extreme outer edge of your bridge. Right bar's all the way right, left bar's all the way left, okay? And then Time Mage, make sure you dispel the Tower Abyss when it gets its buff. Just make sure you're doing that, and hit it with a Mage Masher as well, because it does magic damage. Alright, main tanks. Can I get 2 volunteers for main tanks? 1 on the left, 1 on the right. I'll try not to ball hug this on the right. Any main tank volunteers? Alright, so I'll do it on the right, and I'm just gonna pick someone on the left. Reese? Alright, I'm just gonna pick Reese. Because I don't speak jump, so I'm just gonna guess. I'm assuming jump means I want to tank. So Reese is gonna be main tank on the left, Nakafree main tank on the right, so please focus target the main tank on your side of the bridge. Let's set a pull timer for 40-30. We're like super ahead of time. I've never been this early here. Or maybe I have, I just don't remember it. We're gonna have like 5 billion years at Lockwards, and then 5 minutes at Magitar. Watch. $30 seconds. Alright. So once again, casters, try to clip the Ethereal Ward when you pull. Tanks and PSAMs, block all the lanes. If you're pierced, then just don't be up front, alright? And then healers, assume every raid wide is being followed by another raid wide.